Welcome back to the O Show. Today's episode is extremely important, especially if you're interested in Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, BNB. The reason why is there is a massive competition between the two to become the ultimate network. Ethereum is the original OG, been in the space for a long time. A lot of cryptocurrency projects are built utilizing Ethereum's ERC20 token ability and smart contracts. But we have an issue, and the issue is clogged networks and high gas fees, and that lowers the barrier to, or increases the barrier to entry for average folks, especially people like myself. I know I do not want to spend $50 per transaction to trade or to send money back and forth, and essentially that's what I like to use Ethereum for, as a currency. Now we have Binance Smart Chain, BNB, that's come into play that is absolutely slaying the game. And when I mean slaying the game, transaction fees are like 7 cents, maybe like $1. And the network is fast, extremely fast. And there's a lot of new projects that are actually being built utilizing BSC. And a lot of pre-existing Ethereum projects are also merging over to utilize Binance Smart Chain because the ecosystem is very easy to use and there's not a lot of cloggage on the network, which I think is absolutely amazing. However, some people state that Binance Smart Chain is centralized and Ethereum is not. However, Bitcoin maximalists will also tell you that Ethereum is centralized. Either way, we're going to talk about the two today because there has been an interesting revelation that has come into play with Ethereum. And it's kind of random how this revelation came in out of nowhere after we're starting to see BNB move like crazy. Stay tuned, let's talk about it. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts. Now, let's get into the top crypto news stories. This first story is from my great friends over at Crypto Slate. The story is titled, Microstrategy becomes the first American company to pay its directors in Bitcoin. What the heck is a director? Well, Michael Saylor announced that MicroStrategy's board of directors will take their pay in Bitcoin. So he's talking about the people that sit on the highest fronts. But what about the little guys? Let's talk about some more of the facts here. It also states that in a special filing with the SEC, MicroStrategy explained that the board or non-employee directors will receive all fees for their services in Bitcoin instead of cash. So again, it is still the board. It is not the actual employees technically. I would like to see actual employees have the option to receive Bitcoin, or maybe instead of providing to their 401k or IRAs, they can go ahead and invest in Bitcoin, or MicroStrategy would do so for them. Down over here, it states, once again, MicroStrategy is going public with its commitment to Bitcoin and has been the first mover in this regard, basically signaling what MicroStrategy is doing and that they've been bullish on Bitcoin longer than anyone else, which I've heard some interesting things. Anyways, though. Lastly, the move by MicroStrategy marks the first time a company in the the world has chosen to pay its board in Bitcoin over fiat, which this is awesome. But I don't want to see rich people using Bitcoin. I want to see the poor, the lower middle class, the middle class, even upper middle class. I want to see the masses using it, not just the higher ups. Do better, Michael Saylor. Bitcoin market update. So, as if you guys watched the live stream yesterday, we talked about two important areas, $62,000 or $55,000. Right now, I'm just anticipating for some more zigzag and some more consolidation in between about $62,000 to about $55,000. Some of you are like, Wendy, oh my God, that is a big range. Well, not really, because these are the areas of importance. Also, too, if we take a look at the weekly, look at this weekly close, the support that was created here by these two candle butts. This was on March of 22nd. And then also, too, this area of 62,000 is denoted by the swing high wicks that occurred. So it's really not that crazy. It's an important range. Again, I went ahead and drew a trend line here, and we are kind of teetering on this trend line. If we break down, you can expect for us to maybe get close to about $55,000. But again, right now I need to see a flip of 62 or a break of $55,000. Taking a look at market cipher, let's look at the lower time frames on the 4-hour. It's telling me that we will have a little bit of a break, possibly to like 57.8 and maybe down to 55,000. Again, look for these two areas for the rest of the week, 62 and 55,000, to confirm your trade. This next story is from You Today, and it's titled 769.4 million in Bitcoin withdrawn from Coinbase by institutions in 10 minutes. And this is from Glassnode. If you don't know what Glassnode is a really awesome software, and it pretty much tells you kind of what is going on because it tracks wallets. It does a lot of really, really cool things. But they removed a lot of Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin. It was approximately 12,638 Bitcoin. Wow. Absolutely wow. So in this article, it states that in a major sign that an institution or ultra high net worth individual is withdrawing their funds from Coinbase before the launch of Coin, which is going to be their IPO, and it will launch on Wednesday. It could be a signal that we're going to see significant price rise going into the launch. Also, this article says it would seem that financial institutions are continuing to buy Bitcoin as a hedge against expected inflation. Y'all know what's going on with the economy. So, interesting. What are my thoughts about this? I don't really know 100% because if it's a large institution, either they may be considering cashing this out, OTC, cashing some of it out, taking profit, or they're moving it into cold storage. So the article doesn't state what exactly they're doing, but those would be the two scenarios for me that would make most sense. And again, if you're going to cash out large amounts of Bitcoin, you generally do it OTC so you do not move the market too much. However, this will be an interesting story to follow. Before we get into Binance versus Ethereum, let's really talk about Tron. And I'm going to be following Tron on the show. The reason why is because this is probably one of the only coins that really hasn't pumped too terribly much. The reason why I'm going to be showing you guys the Tron BTC chart is because it's got the most history on it. And Tron has made some massive, massive pumps in the past, especially back in December of 2017, and then again in May 2018, over here January 2019, back over here September of 2020. The pumps keep getting smaller and smaller. But will this time be different? Will price start to pump? I hope so, because a lot of folks on TikTok are invested, and I've got a small little investment in Tron myself. Ultimately, I do see Tron hitting about 441 in Satoshis for this next upcoming cycle minimum. I'm hoping maybe even a little less, about 405 Satoshis. But Tron is definitely something that will pump. The reason why I think it's going to pump, Justin Sun is a master marketer. He doesn't want his project to not get attention. And plus, too, Tron does have a pretty cool ecosystem, even though it has been said that they may or may not be centralized. Anyways, as far as price goes, price action is looking good. We're balancing on the EMA9 incredibly well. If we did get a drop, it would probably be to about 167 Satoshis, possibly back down to about 200 Satoshis. Overall, we are looking good, but I do want to see a flip of 253. Once we actually get a flip of 253 Satoshis, we are going to rock, and we will hit a minimum of 347, but I'm really targeting this upper area of about 440 Satoshis, and we will continue to cover this on the O Show. This next story is about Binance, BNB. So as you all know, I like trading on PancakeSwap, but this is related but a little bit different. So Binance launches tokenized stock trading, starts with Tesla. I kind of feel that FTX has already done this already, but shout out to CZ for getting involved in the action. So according to this quick take from the block, crypto exchange Binance has ventured into the space of tokenized stock trading with Tesla. This means that users can now buy fractions of Tesla stock token on Binance. So again, it's going to be like a derivative, not the actual Tesla stock. It's going to be a Tesla stock token on Binance. And again, the article says here, following the likes of FTX and Bittrex Global. I don't trade on Bittrex Global, I don't think, but FTX 100% does this. So I do think we will start to see more from CZ and Binance in this regard with tokenized stocks. Quick little update with BNB, guys. We successfully have been able to sustain above $531, which is amazing. If you got in when we first talked about this chart closer to this area at about the lower 300s, congratulations. I am still anticipating $720. And as far as 2021 goes, $1,000 minimum for BNB. I mean, we do get a pullback, 531. That's what I would kind of be looking for just in case Bitcoin decides to dump. Either way, I do think Binance BNB is going to do incredibly well in 2021. That is just my opinion. So the story here with Ethereum, and this kind of popped up out of nowhere, which is interesting. So my good friend, I am not the wolf. Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. Absolutely amazing trader, great guy. He posted, ETH gas fees have dropped significantly from an average of 120 to 65 GUI. Supposedly this is due to bots. More info. Let's head over to Reddit, read it, whatever. Anyways, ETH gas fees have been reduced almost 50% due to flash bots. So apparently there's bots helping with this. Gas fees on Ethereum blockchain have reduced by almost 50% due to adoption of flash bots by traders in place of PGA bots. In the last 24 hours, the average gas fees for transactions have come down from around 120 to 65. Right now, over 58% of the hash rate is achieved on flash bots, and PG bots seem no longer able to compete. this is kind of interesting that this is happening. And it's kind of timely that it's happening, this revelation. The reason why is because gas fees are so freaking high. So overall, I'm happy that this is happening, and hopefully gas fees will continue to get lower, because I don't think Ethereum 2.0 is going to come out until another year or two. So we have this good positive news about Ethereum, but taking a look at the 4-hour chart, we're starting to lose support at about 21.25. Yikes, this is not good. I feel like Ethereum just needs a push. Somebody pump the market, somebody do something. Either way, on Market Cipher, we've got a green dot printed on the daily, but our RSI and MFI are kind of headed downward. So there's conflicting indicators here. And it's looking like we're going to lose support. If we lose support again, we're going to go back down to about $2,000, possibly down to $2,000. I do not want us to break any lower than that. If we break any lower than that, it is going to get pretty bad, in my opinion, and we'll probably drop back down to about $1,800. I hope not. I hope we sustain and we rocket up to $2,400. But taking a look at the 4-hour chart, guys, it's looking like she's going to drop. Hopefully this is good, and hopefully this is going to be bullish consolidation for later, and we will finally pump. Either way, I own more Ethereum than I do BNB, and I want ETH to pump because there's some things that I want to go ahead and do. I do like ETH and I do like BNB, and I love the strong competition between the two right now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.